Le brother of the country. Yeah, we
Mm.
Hello, can you hear me? Sure everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, Mojisola.
Okay, do I start now?
Let's go ahead. We start.
Okay. So I'm just checking like on YouTube. It's not. I don't know if it's already like streaming.
What did you say, Mojisola?
I said I'm like it's. I don't think it's stream. I don't know if it's live already on YouTube.
It is live. We can start now.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Like Mother Like Child book launch. Thank you for joining us today. Kindly subscribe to the channel and tell us where you're watching from. Let's build some excitement and greet each other in the comment section. Let us know where you're coming from and why, what you're expectant even to get from today's live session. So let us know your name and where you're calling watching from, and then what you're expectant to see today. Let's see. Kindly know where let us know where you're watching from. Hi Chinyere. Hi Sadu. Hi Glory. Glory's watching from Calabar. Nice to have you here with us today. Keep commenting. We want to know where you're joining us from. It's nice to have you on the call today. Okay. Um, so let's get straight into it. Thank you once again, Chinyere, joining from Qatar. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome once again to the Like Mother Like Child book launch. We are so glad that you get to join us today. We ask that you subscribe to the channel, and we hope that you would have a very lovely session. We have a lot of things lined up for you today on the session, and we hope that you would get the most out of the book launch, but also the discussions that we have lined up for you today. So, without any more thing, let's get into it. We'll start today's session by reading the forward, having of who's going to be taking us through the session today, introducing our moderator. Um, yes. So,
Hi,
can you hear
Moji.
me?
Yes, we can hear you, and I think that I'll just take over from here. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes,
Yes,
Mary, we can hear you and we can see you. However, can you just hold on for Mojisola to read a brief bio about you before you come
Okay.
on, please? Yes, please. We would
Okay.
like
So
to
I
do
think
that.
that's what
Yeah,
we are waiting for now.
yeah, yeah. Has it come on from? Can you see my screen?
No, that's actually why I decided to take off. It's not showing yet.
All right, you can take
Um,
on.
All right. So, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining. I mean, sometimes when we are in virtual sessions like this, we cannot just but experience some glitches here and there, and so I really apologize for that. So what you should have heard now is my profile. Maybe you should have known a bit about me, but I'm going to do so since I'm here already. My name is Mary Ogundimo, and I'll be your moderator for today. All right. So what you're going to see me do most of the time is to come up to introduce the next agenda, to introduce the next person who is going to be speaking, and to literally, just take you by the hand and go through this event with you. So I need you to relax, okay? Relax, sit back. If you have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or a cup of juice, you can sip it. That's why it's a virtual event, I can't see what you're doing, but you can see me. I'm not allowed to do that, but you are allowed to do that. But ensure that you're not sleeping off on me, because I might just call you and put you on the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? So once again, I welcome you to this book launch event, and it's something beautiful, to sit down, conceive the idea of writing a book, and not just conceiving that idea, going ahead to put that idea together in a manuscript, send it to an editor, and go through all of those process, and at the end of the day you have a book that people can always read, go back to, learn from. It is something worthy of note, honestly. So I'm going to definitely commend Eddie Young for the great work that she has done, putting this book together, putting our ideas together, and sharing this thought with every one of us. Okay. Thank you so much, Eddie, for the great work that you have done. We are so proud of you, and I'm sure that everyone that is joining this call is definitely proud of you. Once again, I'd like to say a big welcome to everyone. So I see that people are joining from different parts of the world. I see people from Qatar, from Lagos, from Kaduna. Thank you so much for joining, and yes, we have started already. Lois, I see you also. So intermittently, I'm going to be going through the comment section to see those who are joining, those who are dropping comments, and of course those who have questions for us. I already see a question in the comment section where someone that said, how can I get this book? Guess what, we're going to be giving you all of those details today. Okay, the price at which you're going to be getting the book, where you can get it, everything is going to be revealed today. That's why we are here. Okay, so without wasting much time, I'm just going to go right ahead into the next agenda. But before I do that, I definitely have to recognize, the presence of, aside from, everyone who is watching, it's important that I also appreciate, people who have worked tirelessly behind the scene to ensure that this event is a success, to ensure that this book, becomes something that we can read, becomes something that we can go through, without any errors, without any mistake. So I'm definitely going to acknowledge, the works that the editors have done behind the scene. I'm going to appreciate the team members, at Miked Cares. I'm going to appreciate Tochi. I see you. Thank you for the job well done. John, Ibinabo, Bridget, Moji Sola, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the work that you have been doing behind the scene. And of course, to also all the women, at our preconception stages, pregnancy, and postpartum support community, okay? All the women in that group, we acknowledge your presence, okay? We know that you're a part of this process. So we really do acknowledge your presence. And also, like I said, I'm going to definitely acknowledge the work that the editors have done. So thank you so much for the work you did. Gifts, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elianya, also for the great work that you did. We are so grateful. I know that, this thank you I'm saying, it may not be enough, but I just need to communicate, how the writer of this book really feels, okay? I need to let you know that she is very, 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 very grateful. And another person I want to, thank and really, really appreciate, is the person who was the very first purchaser of this book, even before it was written. Is that not amazing? Is that not amazing? I think that as I'm, thanking these people, I think the people in the comment section should kindly please drop a clap emoji, okay? Let me know that you are here. Let me feel your presence. Thank you so much, Glory. Let me feel your presence. So I need you to drop, that clap emoji. Drop that emoji of thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you in the comment section, because I want to be sure that you're not sleeping off on me. So I want to begin to see your comments, okay? So, like I was saying, this person was the first purchaser of this book. Even before it was written, she purchased the book at its idea stage, just immediately she heard Eddie Young talk about it. Immediately she made payments. I'm not sure how much she paid, but no matter what amount she pays, it really means that this person, number one, is a supporter of good works. Number two is somebody who is, passionate about learning, and somebody who really wants you to thrive. So thank you so much, Glory Ekenem. We are so grateful to you. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you so much to Oreoluwa Folayan for writing the foreword of this book. Okay, now I haven't done that. Yes. Okay. Eddie Jones said, she paid the amount to be sold for today. Amazing. Yeah, so I'm seeing the clap emojis now. Yeah. I love it. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so happy. So happy that you all are not sleeping up on me and you are here live and direct. Thank you so much. Okay, so right about now, let's just move right into the next agenda for today, and that's going to be about me interviewing the writer of this book. I know that her heart is full. I know that by the time she begins to talk now, I hope she has tissues there just in case she gets emotional. You know what I'm saying? That I've written a book before, more than one book, and I know how much work it is for you to really conceive the idea of writing a book. You say, there's this common saying that if you want to, look at brilliant people that are super, super brilliant, most of them are in the grave. And you know why most of them are in the grave is because they probably never got to put out the idea they had in their head. They never probably got to see people, to help them translate those ideas, from just ideas in their brain or in their head to something that people can read. So a book is something worthy of commendation. It's not easy. Honestly, it's not easy. So once again, we celebrate you, Mrs. Edith Young. Good afternoon. Can you unmute your mic so that we can hear you?
Good afternoon, Mary.
Hi. How are you doing today?
I'm bubbling. I'm happy. I'm bubbling.
Amazing. Okay, so before we go into the interview proper, I just want to ask you one question. In 3 words, how exactly do you feel today? In 3 words, and those 3 words. Hold on. Those 3 words, pick them randomly from the letters of your name. So you've got E in your name, you've got D, you've got G, whatever. So the words you're going to be giving me should be words that start with these letters. Let's go.
So I have G in my name, and it's
Mm-hmm.
grateful. I
Okay.
have B in my name, and it's delighted. Do I have
Nice.
A in my name now?
A
Okay,
is
I
not
don't
in
have A.
Edidium.
And then I have I in my
You
name,
have,
and that's
yeah,
inspired. I'm greatly
inspired.
and super inspired today by the
Amazing.
amazing work that my team has put together, and the fact that this is coming live. I'm super inspired. Yeah,
Amazing. I mean, it's easy for you
yeah.
to know those who didn't run out of KG, those who attended nursery school and they were very attentive. You see how Eddie John gave us those adjectives. You see, very easy, grateful, delighted, and inspired. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mrs. Eddie. Now, let's go right into the conversation of today. Why did you really decide to write this book? What was the inspiration behind it? Why did you decide to write this book?
Okay, so for me, this book is just so I give a background. This book is a project that is 3 years old. I conceived the idea during the COVID period, and sadly, I
Mm,
published a different book while I was writing it, and not
mm,
sadly, fortunately, rather. And it was just a book that was bettered from the day-to-day experience and daily interactions that I had with mothers in my community and mothers who were
mm,
visiting the health facility I was working at the time, and who I was
mm,
trying to kind of calm their nerves based on the pandemic, um, um, kind of the toll that the pandemic had on people's mental health and new mothers and all of that. And I realized that loads of mothers were anxious and they felt helpless. They didn't know how they could navigate the pregnancy journey. They didn't know how to navigate the postpartum journey. They were concerned. They had so many questions regarding sleeping pattern, regarding breastfeeding, regarding body imaging issues, regarding marriage conversations and the challenges that they were having at the time. And so this was kind of a combination of a lot of things. But one thing struck me was that their mindsets were peculiar. They sounded helpless in some ways, and they sounded like they could not really, get a full glimpse of how to navigate the journey. And so I thought to myself, having worked in the perinatal mental health industry for over, as at then it was about 3 years, yeah. Having worked there for 3 years, I thought to myself, I want to provide mental health therapy for mothers. However, a lot of people kind of run away from therapy. Also, a lot of people also cannot afford therapy. They would want to go on therapy, but sometimes they cannot afford. And the first thing that came to my mind was, why don't you put resources on how mothers can maintain their mental health into a book and share it in a short mental health handbook for mothers? That was the first initial plan. So I started writing it in bits on how mothers can navigate their journey, whether they've recently lost, because I remember a client who recently lost her child at that time. I also remember a client who was struggling with her body size issues. I had loads of mothers in different spheres, and it's amazing because these stories are unique to each of them. And so whilst I was getting this, I told myself, I'm going to put all of these experiences into a book and share insight on how mothers can navigate this journey. And that was it. That was the main reason why I put together. But working in the sphere over the years, my perspective has changed. I've gotten to understand more issues surrounding mental health for mothers. That is what I have included in the book. And I remember starting it in 2020, writing some in 2021, and completing it in 20. I wrote some part in 2022 and completing it in the beginning of this year. So yes, this is the journey and the story behind getting this book all together.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Eddie. Thank you so much. As you were talking, again, I was going through the comment section, and it's differently when you are doing something or when you are on an impact project and you can see the fruits, and you can see the people that have been blessed and changed and inspired through your work. So I see in the comment section where Glory said, I was one of them, pregnant and helpless. Thank you, Glory. I just need you to know that we celebrate you, Glory. We celebrate you. And you are such a super mom. You are such a super mom. We celebrate you and we love you. Thank you so much, Eddie, for taking us through, that journey of why. And it's very important, that we have these conversations, because I definitely know that, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So now that we have known, we have heard about the why. And just like you said in your story, it took you about 3 years to complete this book. I know definitely that the journey wasn't smooth for you. Could you talk to us about some of the challenges, you faced while writing this book and how you overcame them?
Wow, that question is.
I know
I
it's
did
a
not
lot.
see that coming.
And it's going to take you through the, memory lane. I know, definitely.
Yeah. So first of all, I personally never had thought that I was going to ever author any book, thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic. I tell people that COVID-19 pandemic was a blessing. Yes, we saw it as a negative event, but it was when my business got the insight it did. It was when I had all the ideas running through my head, and I thought to myself, and then I wrote a very short book on parenting, and people started buying, right? So for me, I know that I never ever thought that I was going to be an author. I was going to write any book. I never even thought I wrote anything interesting, sincerity. But one of the challenges I faced in always writing books is the motivation to stand up and complete it. As you start, there's that as a writer, so there's that inspiration mood, right? And so you want to get there, that there's something for you to go and do, right? But come and do it now, you're waiting for for that realm of inspiration, and you're like, let's go. And then when you're going, you hope that you don't stop, right? But before you know it, it stops, and then the flow is not coming, and then you're like, I need to get you out. I need to get you out. So it was quite challenging. And one of the other things that I think was challenging too, of which is not like a challenge per se, is kind of getting people to buy into what you were trying to do. You know, you have nobody has read the book, it's in your head. They're saying, oh, I want to write something in line with them, kind of helping women navigate their mental health journey and their motherhood journey in a mentally healthy way. And then you're trying to say it, and you know, it's one thing to say something, and it's another thing for another person to understand what you're saying and buy into that idea, because you can't ever do anything that is profitable or that is going to be impactful on your own. So you must be able to tell this story in such a way that people will buy into it. And another challenge I also had was, you know, after writing the book, you know, you finish writing the book. I finished writing this book for 3 months, and we did nothing. So the next process for writing is to probably send it to the
editor
who will be writing the foreword, to kind of look at what they are going to you know, forward. They go through it, and then the person who was going to forward this book was in a bad place at the time, and I wanted her to be the one to write this forward, because I know for a fact, I know her story. I know that she was the right fit. I had no doubt that she was the one that was supposed to write this forward. And I was so worried. I was like, oh my goodness, do I start looking out for another person? No, I thought myself, no, it was going to be her. And so she took almost, I'm sorry, Aurora, but I have to say this, she took almost, I think about a couple of months. And I told myself, you need to be patient with her. You need her to forward this book, because of the kind of place that the kind of role that she plays in the community, and the kind of things she has the insight about what you are trying to say, right? And it took another time. That was another challenge. And then another challenge was the editor. Alright, I can see you. It was the editor when it was now time for editing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This book, Mary, you know, was supposed to be published in May. It was supposed to be launched in May. The editor took me almost 5 months, because I sent that work to them since January. And then he kept saying, okay, I'm trying, please, I'm trying. And then the problem was not that he was taking time. The problem was that he was still coming back with loads of other questions for you to answer. And the questions were like, God, can I go through all this process again?
Crazy.
Because this book is one of the books I have written that has the most number of words. I've never written a book or written anything as you know, cumbersome as this. It's not that much, so you guys will not think that you can already read this interesting, so don't worry. Anyways, I know I'm talking to a Nigerian audience. You guys don't really like to read, but hey, it's a book that I can bet my life on that it will change your life. I can bet my 2 kidneys on it. I was going through that book yesterday, and I was so blown away. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about the book. I'm here to tell you the challenges. So it was the process of building it and everything took a lot of time. And one of the things I've learned about projects is that you will have hiccups. You just have to be able to embrace them. So I decided to embrace all the challenges that came with it, and also getting my team to be at the same pace with me. They have suffered in my hand. Oh my goodness. But I have such an amazing team, by the way. They're so patient. You know, when I conceived this idea, it was last year we started planning towards the launch. And so I asked them, you know what, write this, put this, do this. Let's make sure that this is, give me the event plan. I must get it. And everybody was looking at it. I hope all my team members are very quiet. I'm the only lousy one, by the way. So they're not looking at me saying, I'm sure in their mind they're like, oh,
Madam, be coming down.
John is very quiet, and today they'll just be coming down. I don't know what you even say. Is it Ibinabo? Is it Mojusola? All of them will just be doing that. I'm not talking to anybody. But guess what? These guys came out and, you know, put everything together. You know, for me, I saw it as a challenge, but also it was a time to kind of learn from the experience. It was not so much of a negative challenge. It was just something I needed to learn how to manage a team. And thankfully, I'm taking a degree in management currently. So I learned to be a little bit more patient. I also learned, you know, to be understand that everyone is not going to pick the pace that you're picking. It's not that they won't do it; they eventually get to do it, right? But it's just the fact that you want them to do it now, that kind of stuff. So it's been a lot of journey. It's been a whole lot of intriguing journey for me, and I am grateful. One of the things I'm really grateful for, and another challenge was figuring out how to come live on YouTube and do a live launch and get people to join. And that was where Tochi came in. Tochi was the reason why I even had the faith to kind of say, it was like, you know what, let's do it this way. Let's don't just go out and say you want to launch a book because people are not gonna show up. Let's do it this other way. Let's try and do this. Let's do that. And it was that time that I realized that you would never ever be able to get things done, even in your team. Right? You might have the most important team, but it's always okay to reach out and stretch out and say, hey, come join me. You might not be a part of my team, but I know you have the ability to do this. Let's work together and achieve a common goal. So it has taught me a lot. And I remember listening to a podcast a few days to when I reached out to Tochi. He said he was talking about some of these guys who were trying to build an aircraft company, and they wanted to build an aircraft, right? And they had to go out of their team to get engineers to come in to help them build their and so when they were launching, they included those people who were not part of their team and recognized them. And he said you must learn that you don't necessarily need to stick around your team to achieve what you want, and you must recognize those people that have come in to kind of help you achieve your goals. Yes, the book launch is like an aircraft, and there are bigger things that we're going to be doing as a team. I trust that we will be able to, pull it through. So you guys should brace up. We're about to launch our mobile application, so it's going to be bigger than this. So brace up, guys. And I want to thank everyone for everything.
Oh my God, amazing. Thank you so much, Eddie. One thing about Eddie is that, see, she has already said it though, so you guys brace up. Be ready. So that by the time that time comes, you will not be shocked at what's happening. Thank you so much, Eddie Young. And one of the reasons I asked you that question is that so that everyone can be able to relate with the fact that there is really nothing good that comes easy. And it's important that you know the stories behind this thing so that you don't just see things on the outside. Because again, when you sit on the outside, I mean, when you get this book, for instance, it's just probably going to be a few pages, but you probably did not know the amount of work that's gone behind the scenes. And that's why it's important that, we tell the stories of our challenges and how we've been able to come through it. It's very important. By the way, before I go on, to ask you more questions, I just have one more questions for you before I go to the next agenda. Yes, just one. It's important that I also state that there's lots of giveaways, guys. So I don't want you to go nowhere. Please stay here with us. This is also a good time for you, to share the link of this video to your friends, especially mothers, people who are nursing their kids, pregnant women, even men should be a part of this conversation. Please share the link, let your friends join, bring them on board, let's learn together. And I have a mantra: the more the merrier. That's it, the more the merrier. So the more we are here, that are learning about this book, the more we can get this knowledge impacted to all that should hear it. So please share the link to this video to your friend. Let them know that something is happening here. Let them be a part of this and remind them not to miss out of this. Also, we're still going to have fireside chat, just very short sessions. We're going to have two different people talking to us on very important subjects. I'm going to reveal that very soon. And of course, like I said, the giveaway part and then the gifts that we have to give out. We don't want to take this all to ourselves alone. We love you. That's why we're going to share with you. One more question for you, Eddie. So when we buy this book, when people get this book, what should they be looking out for? When they get this book, what should they be looking out for? You are muted, please.
Okay, so number one of the things that you should be looking out for is be careful, because you're going to come to a place of full identity of the kind of person and the kind of entity, let me use that word, that you are. I reckon that lots of people struggle with identity, and so that's why a lot of people shy away from doing the things that God has called them to do, right? They cannot always get to a point where they know. I say, you know what, this is who I am, and so I have to be that person, regardless of what anybody thinks, right? So be ready for self recognition. Very clear, points that you should be looking out for in that book. It's going to kind of, for up a place for you to understand who you are. It will help you profit in difficult times, because I wrote that book with the mindset of my clients who lost her child, and my clients who suffered a miscarriage, and my clients who had lost their husband. And so be ready to learn how to profit from difficult times, because that's one of the things that book is going to do. And so I cover every detail about dealing with grief, I'm dealing with miscarriages in a way in that book, because motherhood is not just about caring for a child. There's so many other things that happen during the motherhood journey, and so that book shows that. So it will help you use your mind. That's another thing that book will do for you, to be able to kind of re-engineer your thought processes to profit you. So one of the things I tell people is that it is what we think that makes us act the way that we act, either positively or negatively. So if you are not able to track your thoughts, you're not going to be able to have a profiting life, right? So that book would show you practical ways on how to track your thoughts and how to re-engineer your mind for a profiting life as a mother. So there are stories I have shared of my personal life, about my personal life. You guys know I'm still in my preconception journey. I don't have a child yet. And so I share my personal story in a way that, people would be able to recognize, regardless of where they are, if they are pregnant, they are preconception, they are postpartum, they have lost a child. That book kind of helps them realize how to navigate that situation where they are at the time. So it is a book for mothers mostly, because it's a mental health handbook. It is meant to kind of not replace therapy, but it can be used as a resource when therapy cannot be afforded. So I said, got the correct English now, where you cannot afford therapy. Yeah. So yeah, I am confident that book will do well. I'm so confident. I say it again. I'm confident that book is going to do you well.
Amazing.
I'm so certain.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much, Eddie. Thank you so much, for the quality of work that you have done to ensure that this book is premium. Thank you also for the excellence that you have brought to forth, for this book. We are so grateful. And then we appreciate it. Okay, so I'll just let you catch your breath a bit, I'm just going to, go right now to introduce, the forward, and the person who's going to be, sharing with us the forward of this book. I know Eddie had mentioned, while she was talking, and it's so beautiful to see that she's also here to support this work. Very, very beautiful. Now, this amazing woman is a mom. She is a freelance web designer, and the person behind the brand Supermom Nigeria. So if you've ever heard Supermom Nigeria, this is the face behind the brand. She has a degree in computer science from Bowen University and an MBA from the University of South Wales. She's passionate about providing mothers with access to information that sets them up for a healthy motherhood journey. She spent the last 4 years researching and reading about resources that can support mothers during pregnancy and childbirth. It's important to also mention that she is a member of the preconception, pregnancy, and postpartum support community of mothers of Make It Cares, where she sacrifices her time and wealth of knowledge in helping mothers with arising questions surrounding the motherhood journey in the community. In the community, also, she's fiercely loved and has been a great instrument to a book that will be launched to share the stories of mothers. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you're not too busy, you know how we do it in the comment section. Give me that clap emoji. Let me see that you are here and you are listening to me. Please welcome on stage Oreoluwa Folano. Thank you so much, madam. It's such an honor to have you here. We are so grateful that you are here, and we do not take you for granted. You have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank Eddie for the opportunity and the privilege to forward this book and for the patience because I took forever. So, thank you. Without further ado, bringing a child into the world is an incredible, life changing experience. For many women, it is a time of great joy and excitement as they anticipate the arrival of their little ones. However, for some women, the journey to motherhood can be fraught with challenges and struggles, both during pregnancy and in postpartum period. Pregnancy and motherhood are often romanticized as some of the most beautiful experiences a woman can have. However, the reality is often quite different. The journey of pregnancy and postpartum can be riddled with challenges that can take a significant toll on a woman's mental health. This book is a much needed, powerful exploration of the mental and emotional well being of women and the health challenges that women can face during this time. The real intent of the book is to show women how they can use their minds to achieve mental wellness in terms of what they think, how they process their thoughts, and how they can convert these thoughts into a healthy pattern. It provides valuable resources for mothers on how to use their minds to gain a mental health that is healthy, which would in turn foster better care for the child. It is directed at those who may be experiencing these challenges as well as for their partners, families, and healthcare providers. It provides a rare glimpse into the realities of motherhood that are often shrouded in secrecy and shame, and serves as a guide to help mothers get through the journeys. It also caters to those who must deal with the loss of a child, drawing on both experiences from others and research-based insights. Drawing on both experiences from others and research-based insights, the author has created a powerful and insightful examination of the issues that can arise during pregnancy and the postpartum period. She shares candid advice and honest accounts of the challenges faced and how they can be overcome. This book is not only a personal narrative but a thorough exploration of many different factors that can impact a mother's mental health during the time, including hormonal changes, sleep deprivation, social isolation, and the stigma that still surrounds mental health issues. The author also delves into the various treatment options available, including therapy, medication, and self care strategies. Ultimately, this book is a testament to the resilience and strength of women and to the power of seeking help when it is needed. It is a valuable resource for anyone who is looking to understand the mental health challenges that can arise during pregnancy and the postpartum period, and how to provide support to those who might be going through these experiences. This book is not just for women who are pregnant or new mothers, it is for anyone who cares about the mental health and the well being of women. I am privileged to have the opportunity to write the foreword for this important book. I hope that it will inspire more mothers to share their stories and seek the support that they need. And I hope that it will help to create a world where the mental health of mothers is valued and prioritized both during pregnancy and beyond.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
A round of applause for her, please. Again, we know how we do it. In the comment section, drop your clapping emoji. Thank you so much, Madam Oreoluwa. Thank you so much. That was such a very, very insightful forward. I mean, from the forward alone, you already know, what to expect in the book, and you definitely know that this was well thought of. Okay, well thought of, well written. Thank you so much for taking your time to put your thoughts together on this. We are so grateful and we appreciate you. Okay, right about now, we're about to go, right into what we are doing. But before we do that, I'd like you, wherever you are, ensure that you are, well seated, well positioned. If it is possible for you to take a picture, or you take a screenshot of your phone, what you see right now on YouTube, if it is possible. I mean, I know you'll be able to do this for Eddie. take a screenshot and then post on your status, post on Facebook, post on Instagram, wherever platform you want to post. Just post something. Let people know that you are attending a very important event. You see, so you can post and then you can push the hashtag like mother like child book launch. Okay, you can put that hashtag just to let people know that you are here and something is happening here and you are getting the best from this. I hope you are getting value. I hope you're getting value. So yes, I know you are. Let me know you say hope, because I know you are, because what we have been doing here is so valuable. So please, take a picture, take a screenshot, and just put the hashtag like mother like child book launch. If we see this on social media, believe me, we're going to repost, we're going to spread the word further, because of course we need more people to get to know about it. Thank you so much for doing that. Once again, I know that you are such a brilliant audience. Everybody listening to me, everybody watching me. So I know that you get it already. You get it already. Thank you. It has to be together, just one word. Hashtag like mother like child book launch, just like Eddie has put it in the comment section. It has to be just one word so that we can be able to, trace all the posts and then do the repost. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. All right. Moving on to the next agenda of today. I told you we're not going to waste your time. I'm going to be prompt as possible. Right about now, we're going into the book launch proper. I mean, that's why we are here. Okay, and then details about how you can get the book. You want to support the book. So one of the things you should know about book launch like this, or book launch event like this, is that you have the opportunity to get more than one copy. You get, that's why you are here. So I mean, somebody in the audience can just say, you know what, I'm going to buy 10 copies. Oh, what do you want to use 10 copies for? I want to give it to mothers at my antenatal. Beautiful. You see, you can say, oh, I want to buy 100 copies. What do you want to use it for? I want to give it to mothers in my church. Beautiful. That's what I want to hear. So I'm just going to leave the stage now and let's train the expert who is going to be in charge of the book launch do that, in person of Tochi. Such a brilliant, fine man. Thank you so much, Mr. Tochi. A round of applause, please. Yes, 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 yes. So if you're in the comment section once again, drop your clap for Mr. Tochi as he takes the floor. Over to you, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Can anyone hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
So I personally want to thank everybody for taking out their time to come to this book launch. Let me start by mentioning the names on my screen. I want to thank Mary. I want to thank I don't know if I pronounce this right. Origi. I don't know if I pronounce this right. I want to thank John. And I want to thank
that's actually Madame Ore. She's the one. That's
okay, Madam Ore. Okay,
yeah,
yes,
she just
yes.
felt
Yes, sorry for that. So I want to thank her. I want to thank also the team at Wicked Cares. I also want to thank those that are joining us. I want to thank you guys for really taking out your time to come to join this book launch today. And I just want to say that when she first gets to talk to me, told me about what she's doing book launch. I remember one of the questions I first looked at her brand. I saw what she was doing and I liked it. And I was like, she said, okay, she has launched a book before. And I asked her, okay, what are your testimonies like? So, and I told her to send them to me. And she told me, and I read the testimonies, and a lot of people were having great comments about her book. And also, one thing I've noticed about from my experience with working with majorly people in the women's brand is that a lot of people don't really focus on the mental health of women, most especially pregnant women, because from what I've seen is actually a lot, from being pregnant to childbirth to sometimes those that have child loss or miscarriages and all that. I know that I'm a man. A lot of people will be saying, you're a man, so how do you what are you doing here? What do you know about all this? But I've seen all this happen, and all this always it affects women, not just in their relationships. It affects them in their relationship with people, their relationship with their spouses, their relationship at work also. And I like the fact that Mike Cares is there to not just to not just help them, but also be an holding hand to them during their motherhood journey. So I just want to like congratulate her for doing this. Also, for those that want to get our wonderful book, for those that are interested in our wonderful book, I want you to please support us. And you could actually get the book for 5,000 naira currently, yeah, for our book launch. So you could actually get the book at that price. And also you could pay to our account, which is let me call it out, 101 988 4414 UBA Bank. And you could send also proof of payment either to our email address or to the number of your screen, which is +234 7083 797 635. So I mentioned it again. You could send a proof of payment to +234 7083 797 635, and you could also make your payments of 5,000 naira to the account number on your screen, which is 101 988 4414 UBA Bank. And I just want to say this, that this book is worth reading to any mom, anyone who is either you're a pregnant woman or you're looking to enter the journey to motherhood. I would say that this book is really, really worth reading based on the insights our author has shared in it. I'm telling you that you really learn a lot. You really learn a lot that will help you navigate your motherhood journey. So thank you very much, Mary.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Tochi. Amazing. Thank you so much. So, for everyone who's been asking, now you hear it. The price of the book is going for 5,000 naira. And believe me, that is such. I'm trying to, look for what to qualify with. I mean, some of us, when we go for hangouts, and we want to go and buy shawarma and tiger nut, you know what I'm saying? We swipe our card and then boom, we've blown 20K. You know how these things are now. A lot of us are mothers here, or maybe you have brothers and sisters. So I'm trying to say that this amount is honestly insignificant to what you spend, on maybe in 1 week less than, or in 3 days, in 1 day, as a case maybe. So please be a part of this project, be a part of this project, support this work, basically support this work, be a part of it. Let us be able to say that um yes, your contribution was part of this. I mean, like you've heard before now, the author has done such a great work. To put this together, it's important that you support what she does, not just supporting her, you're also supporting another mother. You see, you're also learning. So it's not like you're dashing out money, right? So when you hear support, it's not like it's not charity, you understand? You're exchanging value, you're exchanging money for value. So you're getting something really valuable that would stay with you for a very long time. It's important, that we put out that narrative. Very important. Thank you so much for every one of you, who have shared this, live broadcast. I see that the numbers are increasing. So yes, the more we share, the more people go, get to be a part of what we are doing, and then they come on board. Because again, like I said, the more the merrier. It's important that everyone learns. Okay, thank you so much for that once again, Mr. Tochi. Right about now, we'll just begin the fireside chat, which is just going to last for just a few minutes. Honestly, just a few minutes. Just going to be 10 minutes conversation, just 10 minutes. I'm going to leave the stage now for Eddie Young once again. And this time around, she's going to be talking about how to get familiar with the sleeping pattern of your child to reduce stress. Now, I love the fact that we are having this fireside, chat conversations, because we want you to know that we're not just here, to come and ask you to buy a book, okay? That's not what it's about. We also want you to learn. We want you to go with something, okay? We want you to go with something. So please sit back. You need to listen to this. Very, very important. You're a father, you're a mother, you're a brother, you're a sister. Whatever category you fall into, you need this knowledge, okay? You need this knowledge, because in this time and age, you can no longer claim ignorance, okay? We have all of these resources available. So, Mrs. Eddie, over to you, please. 10 minutes, please.
Okay, Mr. Miss. I want to say Mr. Host, but hey, thank you so much for handling this session so amazingly. I'm having a blast. Like I'm
Thank
literally, guys, put your hands together for Mary. Just drop emojis
thank you
for her. I'm
so
literally
much.
having a blast right now. I'm enjoying my time here, and I'm glad that I'm the one taking the session before Ore because I wanted her to take it first. And I said, I said no, let me do it first. She will now come and talk about body imaging issues that has to do with pre-pregnancy and postpartum. Good afternoon, everybody. As you all know, my name is Ebidi Ongisola, and I'm proud to be sharing with you today different ways that you can understand the sleeping pattern of your baby. Now, when I wanted to launch this book, I also had in mind that I was going to teach 7 chapters from the book, right? And one of the, I think I've dedicated a chapter to kind of analyze the different struggles that mothers experience, and one of it is a concern about their babies not sleeping as much as they should and resting. I know that loads of mothers feel like they are helpless. They feel like something is wrong somewhere and they are going to lose it. And so I decided that okay, why don't I teach that there are differences in the pattern of your baby's sleeping journey, and so having that knowledge can help improve your mental health and reduce the anxieties that you may be having or you may not, kind of bring out a kind of knowledge for you to use when you didn't even know that that was necessary. So today, before I go ahead, I kind of want to talk about the fact that your child is different, right? You must understand that your child is different and every day is different. Number one, you must understand that your child is different and every day is different. Please, before I start, drop for me in the comment section what is the peculiar different thing about your child that you know. Drop for me in the comment section. I want to know that I have an active audience and you guys are listening. Drop for me in the comment section whether you're a first time mother, you're a second time mother. I need you to drop for me the differences that you spot, even if it's even if it's one thing that you have identified between your first child and your second child, or your only child with some other child, whether your child is an infant or a toddler. What is that defining thing that is different that you know that your child, this thing makes my child different? That for example, it could be that they probably have a nose and there's one small birthmark on that. I'm just saying, what is that thing that defines the fact that your child is different? Drop it for me in the comment section. I'm not seeing comments. Drop for me in the comment section. Hand pick waving. What's that? Oh no. That's not the comment I'm looking for. I'm looking for a comment. Drop for me in the comment section what your child does differently that makes them different. The reason why I'm asking you to do that is because I want to prompt you to understand that because your child is different, it means that their sleeping pattern might be different. It's not going to be something that you are so used to. You must understand that every day is not the same. Another point that you must understand is that between 1 to 3 months, your child would kind of stop sleeping during the day, like he used to do. He eats way more than his sister. That's funny. Anyways, well, let's go ahead. And so I wanted to say that you must understand that as your child is transitioning from the first week he or she was born to the second week to the third week, getting into 1 month and to 3 months, they're not going to sleep as much. As we all know that as the baby comes, they come sleeping, right? They spend another 18 hours of the day sleeping, right? But mothers become a little bit more stressed when your child is not sleeping as much as they used to sleep when um, they were just born, right? So you now start finding yourself not being able to navigate that sleep pattern changes, right? So you now worry, you're like, what's going on? So you must understand that from 1 to 3 months, the daytime naps would reduce. They're not going to sleep as much as they'll start sleeping more during the day. So you need to understand because now they are beginning to be aware of, by the time your child is 3 months, they are aware of in a way of their environment and they're a little bit more alert than they were at the beginning. So one of the things I know for a fact that helps your mental health is coming to a place of realization, coming to a place of knowledge, coming to a place of revelation that, oh, this is what it is. Okay, that is why this happened. Oh, and now I see. So it helps you now reduce the pressure on yourself. So you must understand that as they transition, the nap times would decrease. You must understand that. Also, we all know that, like I said, newborns would sleep mostly during the day. So let's say your child is sleeping up to 18, 19 hours, right? One of the things that I advise mothers to do is, um, if you are not sleeping at the time that your child is sleeping, let's say during the day, I know that during the day, lots of mothers might not be sleeping. They could be, depending on if they have activities or not. So if you're not sleeping, don't work hard to try to keep the house quiet. No, don't do that. Do you know why? Does anybody know why? Do you know why I'm saying that you should not? Because I know that me, I used to do it. I remember that when I was taking care of my neighbor's child, I'm like, don't make noise. I've made him sleep. Don't make noise. But I forget that actually, even though he's above the age that you're supposed to consider that, the right age that you should begin to consider not bothering about noise is when they had just come from the hospital, you guys, or from the delivery room, when when your child has just come back home, don't worry about reducing the noise. Let your child get used to sleeping with a certain amount of noise. Let them get used to it. The reason is, when your child is so used to a quiet place, and once somebody just coughs, the child has woken up, right? So you must let your child get used to a certain amount of noise. Don't try to tiptoe around the house. Live your life normal, speak normal, talk normal. Let them get used to that. It will help them with their sleeping pattern and help them sleep regardless of the amount of noise or distractions that might be taking place. Another thing you have to do is to keep your curtains open during the day. So lighting is a very important thing when it has to do with sleep. And one of the things, the opportunity that you have as a mother is that you have the opportunity to shape the life of your child, whether mentally, physically, all around from the day that they were conceived. You have the opportunity. That's the most miraculous. That's why I like to use the slogan, whatever happens at conception has the ability to last forever. That's my favorite slogan, because I believe that God is so wonderful that he gives you a clean slate and says to you, so I tell mothers that they are the set men over the lives of mothers and fathers now, not only mothers, set men over the lives of their children. So whatever your child is going to ever become, it is in your hands. And so whatever pattern that you're looking at, trying to shape in the life of your child, you must do it early enough. So one of the things that you can do is to make sure that there is a routine surrounding sleeping pattern. Kind of, we know that daytime everywhere is open and it's bright, and your child knows that, daytime is not like, okay, I can sleep during daytime, but it's not like it is time for sleeping. It's not where everybody resets. When it's late and it's time for sleeping, the room lights and everywhere should be dark. The curtains should be closed. Everywhere should be in a sleeping mood, because you're not going to want to force your child to sleep when everybody's running up and down. You're watching. I'm not saying that you should not watch the world. I don't have a problem with it. You guys don't quote me, but I'm just saying, don't be at a large, or don't put too many activities around when you're trying to put your child to sleep. Then also, when your child wakes up at night, because I know that most mothers also have that challenge of your child waking up a lot of times, right? And I know that it can be crazy, because at the end of the day, you might not even sleep, because when you wake up to sleep back, you might be pressing phone, right? And you might not be able to sleep. At the end of the day, before you know it, you close your eyes are open. It's morning, and you have to go over the activities again. So the basic things I always tell mothers to do is, number one, make sure you check the basics. The naps, are they hungry? Are they too hot? Are they too cold? Just check for the basics first, and make sure that if any of them is lacking, you replace it. So if they are hot, you remove what they're wearing. If they are cold, you make sure that the room is a little bit warm, or keep them warm. If they're hungry, you feed. If they have a wet nappy, you change. So when you do those basics and you have been able to finish doing it, and your baby finally goes back to sleep, you too, leave your phone alone. I know it's sad. Leave your phone alone and use that time to get some rest for yourself. And that way it will kind of reduce the stress that comes with your baby waking up. So I know that it's easy to say, oh, leave your phone. But one of the things I personally do when I'm trying to catch sleep is to listen to podcasts, audios that are really inspirational, because I know that I can say, okay, I'm trying to get myself to sleep, but I shall want to learn something. And I know that I'll definitely sleep off. Some people sleep off when they start watching a movie. So what works for you could be you trying to figure out, okay, how do I quickly get back to sleep? Should I hold my phone? And another thing I tell mothers to do is, if you're an iOS user, that's at least I know that because I use iOS. There is a way to turn off your light to night mode that helps you sleep faster. So you can employ that approach of using technology to help you sleep as much as you can. So you must check the basics and make sure that you put yourself in a position where you go back to sleep. Please, not when you are fully putting the baby to sleep. You now be sitting down there pressing your phone and going through TikTok and Instagram. No, we don't do that here. Yeah, we don't. We make sure that we go back to rest. This one that Mary has come up. Do you want to talk about pushing me?
Yeah,
Please
yeah,
now.
that's because I already messaged you that it's 2 minutes more. So it's just 1 minute now. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So another thing I wanted to say is yes, very important. One of the things that I noticed that mothers do is also they want the baby to sleep very well on their shoulder, on their back before they put the baby to rest. No. So one of the ways to shape your baby sleeping pattern is to not put them to bed when they are fully asleep. Put them to bed when they are still drowsy, when they are still trying to get to sleep. Why? Because you want to get them to be able to sleep on their own early enough. Like I said, you are the first man over your child's life. You have the clean slate to shape your child into whatever it is you want them to become. So it's an opportunity for you to do it early enough. So I actually perform that, and I know. So if the child is sleeping, as soon as they start sleeping, I just put them over. I sing to them and rub them, and they sleep. So they don't have to sleep on you, but allowing them to sleep on their own allows it's easy for them to kind of self-regulate their sleeping pattern and not waiting for you all the time. I don't know if that makes sense for you. And also, one of the things that could also help, I know that people always mostly use that for pictures, but you can keep your child warm and keep your child all feeling cozy in a swaddle. I probably have to share a picture of what a swaddle looks like. That would be probably, I don't know how I'm going to do that. But you can put your child in a swaddle wrapper where they feel cozy and feel kind of sweet, and it can help improve their sleep. Another thing you would also have to consider is music. Music is very important because for a child who is having colic and especially in newborn, you can use music, very soothing music. You can use over noise. I hear it works magic. I didn't know, but I actually tried it and it worked. So I also you guys don't believe that I do all these things. I actually did it for a child. When the child was trying to get to sleep, the child refused to sleep. That's for somewhere that you keep a child. They kept the child in front of a washing machine and the child slept. I'm sorry, I actually tried it. Anyways, so what I'm saying is just try and use different means of that can help suit the child. So music would kind of depend on the kind of music. You're not going to go and play hip hop there. You're going to kind of play a very dull, quiet song that puts the mood in sleep. The most important of them all, which is the last point, is anxiety and the reason behind why I wrote this book. Don't show anxiety. I know it's difficult. I know. Don't show anxiety when you're trying to put your child to sleep. Your child can sense your anxiety and will think there's something wrong, and they're not going to sleep, and they're going to be fussy and paranoid. Don't show anxiety. I know that most mothers, what they do is they have loads of other activities they want to do. They want to clean the house, they want to do the laundry, they want to cook, they want to even go to work. So they have something they have to do. You have a life outside of motherhood. We know these things, But the moment you are trying to put your child to sleep, and you are all very hasty, your child can sense it. Sleep now. What's all this now? You start sounding helpless. I know it's difficult to get yourself in order, but one of the things I advise mothers to do at that time is start speaking to your child like you're speaking to an adult. Be kind with your words. Be nice. Smile and take a deep breath and tell yourself it is okay for my child to be this way because they do not understand. They do not understand as much as they should at this time, and it is my job to help self-regulate them. It's also my job to understand that they are struggling at this time and they probably need me, and so I must understand their needs. So you must take a deep breath and also look at what is their need and not try to be anxious. The moment you're anxious is going to be a problem, and that's one of the things this book that we're launching today is aiming at, highlighting that you can calm your anxieties, and it starts from the way you process whatever experience or whatever thing that you are facing at that time. I have not had too much time to talk. But Mary, take the floor. You have
Thank you.
bye bye.
Thank you
I'm running
so
away.
much. For more of this, please ensure you get the book. Okay, you get to learn more about this in the book. Thank you so much, Mrs. Eddie. I know this is your craft. I know this is your forte. So I wasn't expecting anything short, So thank you so much. I know you're a professional in this, and yeah, I needed to time you so that we don't stay too long here. Thank you so much, for bringing that up. And as you were talking, I was going through the comment section, because again, it's important that I acknowledge those who are here, and they're not just here passively. They are presently here. Okay, Damlola was commenting, and she said she doesn't like being bagged. I think it was when you were talking about putting the baby on the back. Thank you so much. Okay, Lois says first time mother, and a baby loves to be carried always. Okay, different babies, different expression, different attitude, and that's also to emphasize that your child is different from the other child. The baby has to get used to everyday sound. Definitely, Dr. Happy next. Definitely. Yes, yes, yes. Glory says awesome. Thank you so much. Oluwaseyi says, whatever your child will ever become is in your hand. Dear mother, dear parents, everything is in your hands. Okay. Thank you so much. Our says, we barely sleep at night. Understandable. We're sorry about that. Yummy mommy, you are doing well. Okay. Eyes widely open from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. almost every night. Aww. We're sending you hugs. We love you. Not that he's crying or hungry, but always awake. These children, they're always like that. We are just 7 weeks, but once it's daybreak, seriously sleeping. I don't know. It feels like there's usually an announcement for babies that once it is 10 a.m., open your eyes wide. They're like, open your eyes wide. Do not sleep. Don't do nothing. Just ensure that your parents do not find sleep. I'm not going to say what's coming to my mind right now, but it looks like they probably knew that you guys, you and daddy probably did that thing. That is towards the time you people usually do that thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm talking about, but they are always staying awake because they want you to be careful. Okay. And then during that time they are sleeping. Oh my god. This comment was very funny. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to come back again to reading the comments. Okay, but right now we'll have to go to our second fireside chat. And I'm going to be bringing again Madam Aureolu. And this time around, she's going to be talking about getting back your body size 3 months postpartum using breastfeeding, getting back your body size. I know that this is, one topic that usually interests mothers because every time on social media, I'm seeing snatch it back, snatch that way. What are you snatching? Okay, let's not begin to talk about the snatching it back. Mrs. Ore, are you there? Madam Ore, please, you have the floor. And it's just going to be for 10 minutes. Thank you so much, Mama.
Yeah, apologies. I'm mobile, so
It's okay. It's
please
okay.
bear with me, everybody.
We
Okay,
can see you and
so
we can hear you.
thank you. We are all aware. Everybody is always concerned about how to get back in shape after pregnancy. It's not a miracle. It's not what do you call it? It's not magic. The breastfeeding itself is a good enough tool to help the body, the uterus, contract back to its original shape. So breastfeeding is a very good way to snap back to your pre-pregnancy body because it can burn up to 600 calories in a day, and it is as good as doing exercise, except that you will not be training your muscles. Exclusive breastfeeding can help help the uterus to return back to its original size. So the uterus keeps um, constricting, and in like 6 weeks, it will look as if you are like maybe 2 months pregnant or 3 months pregnant. That's a very like small amount compared to how you are when you just have your child. So in as much as exclusive breastfeeding helps you lose weight, it makes you very, very hungry. so very hungry. So it is very, very daunting, and that is why it is not a very common thing to see people actually lose weight after childbirth. They add weight because you tend to want to eat more. You have to eat. Your body just wants to eat. Your mouth wants to eat. They will say you're eating for two. You will just keep eating. So I, for one, I was a size 16 after childbirth, and in 10 months, I was down to a size 10. And I did exclusive for 8 months. So I am trying to share the things I know that work alongside with breastfeeding. So the first thing is to ensure proper hydration. You must drink a lot of water and stay hydrated at all times. As a breastfeeding mom, you should aim to drink at least 3 liters of water in a day. We already know that water helps with weight loss, so we are trying to augment breastfeeding. So you don't just think that, oh, breastfeeding is magic and then it will help you lose your baby fat. No, you should also add drinking of water to it. The second point is dieting. Do not diet. When you diet, you your dieting can affect your supply. You should just ensure that you eat a balanced diet. So you shouldn't like focus more on a carbs diet. You should make sure your diet is more balanced. You can increase your protein intake, your fruits, your vegetables, and just cut your carbs. But make sure that you are eating sufficient amount of calories to keep you um alive and active. You don't want to be drowsy and dizzy because you are breastfeeding. You are burning calories already, so you also need to replenish the calories that you are burning. So women generally need to consume between 1,600 and 2,400 calories in a day to maintain their weight. So factors like metabolism. If your metabolism is fast, you would easily maintain weight or lose weight. But if you have a very, very slow metabolism, you struggle with your weight. So factors like metabolism rates are also factors that affect the range, or why the range is quite wide. So there are people that they can eat up to 2,400 calories in a day and they would not add it. And there are some people that once they start doing too much, once they go above 2,000 calories, they'll be adding weight in bits. I'm one of those people. Even though I went to a size 10 after um during postpartum. By the time I stopped breastfeeding, I bounced back to a size 16. Yes, that's also one effect of breastfeeding. If it makes you lose weight, once you stop, there's a high tendency that you would add the weight back. The third point is that so we said that breastfeeding helps you burn calories. If you are eating 2,000 calories in a day to maintain your weight, if you breastfeed and let's say you burn about 400 calories from breastfeeding, and of course you are hydrated and you are eating balanced meals, you'll be on a deficit of 1,500 calories, or let's say 1,600 calories, and that means you are not taking up to the required amount that your body needs to maintain its weight, and by default you'd actually lose some weight. Self-control. I mentioned earlier that breastfeeding makes you hungry. You just see something, you want to eat this, you want to eat that, and you want to eat this, but no, you actually need to exercise self-control. So you resist the urge to just find random things and just snack up and down. If you must snack, stick to healthy snacks that are very low in calories. Fruits and vegetables are very low in calories. If you're snacking on banana, snacking on apple, you are well on your way to losing weight. Ensuring you get enough sleep. Stress is also a factor that would not allow you lose weight. Whilst for some people it does help them lose weight, some others it makes them gain weight because some people tend to stress it, and we already know that stress affects your supply too. So it is very important that in as much as you are breastfeeding, you're also sleeping enough and you are getting enough rest. Exercise, of course. Exercise is very important. You should do at least moderate exercise. If you walk or take evening strolls for like 20 minutes, you are good. Stretch your muscles, walk around. Just we are trying to help the breastfeeding work. You're not just living down expecting breastfeeding to just be magical and then do things and then pave a way for you. There's also always opting out for healthy diets. So I know that someone like me now, I like food a lot. So instead of eating burger, eating fries, I mean, you know that the things you consume also pass through, and they enter and mix with the nutrients of your breast milk. So it's, in as much as you are considering your baby, you should also consider yourself. If you are trying to lose weight, you should not be eating anyhow. You shouldn't just depend on how breastfeeding is going to help you lose weight and then you expect magic to happen. No, breastfeeding is not abracadabra. You actually have to put in the work for it to happen. And then the last thing, the last point I have is portioning. You should portion your food. I won't say don't eat too small. That's why I say you should not diet. Don't eat as if no as if you're eating like rat, or what's that thing? Okay, sorry, yes, you should eat like rat. It's better to eat like rat than eat as if you're eating for the world. So instead of mounting your plate too full and then eating over calories, you can portion your meals. So instead of eating that food at once, you can maybe divide the food into half. Then like 3 hours later, you can go back and eat the rest. So you actually give your time and your body, you give your body time to digest the meal, and you're helping your metabolism rates, and you're helping your body not retain too much. So that way, these are the ways, the effective ways you can augment breastfeeding to help you lose weight. If you just depend on breastfeeding alone, it is a long thing. It is a long thing. Breastfeeding alone can just help you contract your uterus back to its original size, but it is not just, that's not the only thing you need to do for you to lose weight and return back to your pre-pregnancy body. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Orelua, for taking us through that journey. Thank you also for keeping to time. And I love that you brought in experience, your examples, and you were able to really drive that home. Okay. While you were talking, I mean, the comment section was also buzzing. And yes, Esther is saying, so if a person stops breastfeeding, they may likely gain weight. Yes, just according to what Madam Lua just shared and what she just explained. Just taking of mineral, I think maybe the conversation should be, maybe does it affect breastfeeding or something, or does it affect the mother's weight? I'm not sure what you meant, Awal. So if possible, you can rephrase that. I'm going to definitely bring it up. Thank you
Yeah, sorry.
so much.
What did you say now? What did you say now?
So I don't know if it's a comment or it's just a question in the comment section.
Okay.
So it's something about taking of minerals or maybe soft drink. Maybe does it affect gaining weight or maybe
Yes.
breastfeeding or something?
Even if you're not breastfeeding, you should not be drinking soda,
Okay.
anything that
Okay,
contains
so the
CO2.
question has come. The question has come.
Yes.
Can taking of soft drink affect a baby
Yes.
while
Oh,
breastfeeding?
baby. No, 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 no,
Mm.
no, 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 no. It's sugar, actually. You shouldn't, if you are
Yeah,
aiming
that's
for weight loss, you should not be taking soft drink. But if you are just indulging yourself, enjoy yourself. But remember, moderation is key. That's just
mm-hmm.
important thing to note. Moderation is key, but you drinking soft drink doesn't affect breast milk. The most of the things that affect breast milk are things that can pass through the bloodstream, like alcohol or
Mm.
smoking. So once it can enter the blood, it can enter breast milk. But once it is safe, if it's something that okay, you know that this thing I'm taking, just take it in moderation and you're good to go.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. And just like she has also said, if you're trying to lose weight, you also want to, monitor the intake of your soda drinks. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Gradually, we're coming to, the close of this event. Okay, Eddie, you want to say something? Okay, I'm just going to give you 2 minutes or less than
Yes,
that.
I will not be able to keep quiet. I cannot even keep quiet. Anyways, so I like to say that one of the things that mothers don't realize is that body changes are inevitable during after childbirth. You
Mm,
just give birth to a human. Please don't tie your stomach. Let me beg you. I can kneel down and beg you. Don't tie
mm,
your stomach. No, don't do
mm,
that. And don't starve yourself.
mm,
Like I actually chose Aurel to come have this conversation with us because she has proven experience of using breast milk and breastfeeding to achieve weight loss. And this is not only her. She shares this in the community with other mothers. to trial, and it's been working. And not just breastfeeding alone, what you eat, the kind of meals that you eat. And I also like to note that, because the reason why I'm saying this is because of the point that someone raised. I think that's I can see you. I like that you attended. Thank you for joining. Anyways, um, soft drinks and fizzy drinks are the leading cause of heartburn in pregnancy and postpartum. I repeat, soft drinks are the leading cause of, yes, couple of months into pregnancy, you might experience loads of heartburn, but it is the increasing risk factor for you having severe heartburn. So you would want to cut it down and not engage so much in them, especially those ones that are really gassy. You can do natural fruits, even though they still contain sugar, but at least they don't have carbonated sugar in them, and they're not they don't do anything that does that. Don't do that.
When you open it, it is over.
You know?
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Eddie, for that. Very important for us to take note of. Thank you so much. Okay, now, like I said, I said we have gifts, but before we give out those gifts, I've got some questions for you. So listen attentively. So this game is what we call two truths and one lie. Okay, two truths and one lie. Two truths and one lie. So I'm going to say 3 sentences. I'm going to ask a question and maybe give you 3 answers. Okay. Now you are supposed to tell me which one is a lie. Do you understand? You're supposed to tell me which one is a lie. Eddie, do you want to take over this session? Do you want to take over this session? Because I guess you probably you were part of those who prepared this questions. I don't know if you want to take over, but let me try.
Handle it.
And let me try and let me start. Okay, the reason I'm saying is because okay, let's just go. The first question I'm going to have is, what is the first sense a baby acquires at birth? What is the first sense a baby acquires at birth? So we know all the 5 sense organs, right? You understand what I'm saying? So at birth, what is the first sense that the baby acquires? So listen to my answer, and don't forget that in these answers, there's going to be only one correct answer. So I'm going to say other 2 that are not correct. Do you understand? So you are supposed to tell me the one that is the correct one. Do you get it? So the first option would be the sense of feeling. The sense of feeling. The second option would be the sense of tasting. The sense of tasting. The third would be the sense of hearing. The sense of hearing. So the sense of feeling, also called the sense of touch, So which is the first sense that the baby acquires at birth? Which is the first sense the baby acquires at birth? So this is the sense of touch, or the sense of tasting, or the sense of hearing. Which is the first sense? Who is going to go? Chineye says sense of feeling. Okay. One answer down. Let me see. Is there any other person who has another answer? Let me see. Lois, where are you? Awa, where are you? Let me see what your answer would be. Chineye, hold on that thought. I've noted your answer. Let me see if there's also going to be another. Esther says the sense of feeling. Olasheni says the sense of touch. Okay. I don't want to say, because again we are adults here, but I don't want to say people are copying each other. I don't want to say that we have plenty copy. Why can't somebody even be different? I mean, be different, stand out. Yeah, so the right answer is going to be the sense of touch, which is also as a sense of feeling. So we're going to give this to Chinaya because she answered it first. A round of applause for Chinaya. Thank you so much, Chinaya. So you see, if you want to be the winner, you have to be fast. I don't want to see that you people are going to Google. You understand? I know you people. I know what you are doing. You quickly go to Google to check. Once I see it is more than 10 seconds and you have not responded, I know you have gone to check somewhere. So please, Chinaya has that because she was the first person to respond. Now, The next question I'm going to ask is, how many bones does a newborn baby have? How many bones does a newborn baby have? Don't check the internet. Number one, 300 bones. Number two, 500 bones. Number three, 400 bones. How many bones does a newborn baby have? 300, 500, 400. Who is going to win this? Who is going to win this? How many bones does a newborn baby have? Who is going to win this? Go in, go in, go in, go in, go in. Juana says big wahala. Of course. Okay, Esther says 300. Okay, okay, okay. You are going to tell me how you arrive at 300, Esther. Have you counted a newborn baby's bone before? I need to know. Who else has an answer? Who else has an answer? 300. Olacheni says 206. I even like the fact that you did not make it a round figure. I love it. I love it. I love that you didn't make it a round figure. You just chose 206. Stay in the middle in case it is 200. So that you know you can. Lois, welcome for joining us. We've passed this question already. Now we are on the question of how many bones does a newborn baby have? We have two answers already. Ours says 300. Olasheni says 206. Where are my winners? Where are my winners? Where are my winners? Where are my winners? I don't want to stay too long on this question. I'm just going to check for one more answer and then I'm going to reveal the right answer. Juana, you said 300. Juana, me, I can beat my chest and tell you that you went to check Google. You know what? Because initially, when I asked the question, you first of all say wahala. It means you did not know it from beginning. So where did you say 300? Esther says, I know that they actually have more than cartilage. Too much grammar. I know that they actually have more of cartilage than bones. True. Since adults have 206, baby can be 206. Hey, yeah. Please, clap for Esther. I love your analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, the right answer is 300. And the first person to respond with that is Awa. Congratulations, Awa. Thank you so much for winning that. Okay. A round of applause for her. I'm just going to take one more question, okay? One more question, and then we're going to go into the next session. I love it. Okay, now listen to this carefully, and like I said, don't check Google. I trust you, people. I trust you too much. I have faith in you. Number 3 question is, at what age, please listen carefully, at what age do babies start to have actual tears? At what age do babies, start to have actual tears? Actual tears like crying that water is pouring from their eyes. That's actual tears. Okay. Now, the first is 2 weeks after birth. The second is 1 month after birth. The third is at birth. Okay. You hear the options: 2 weeks after birth, 1 month after birth, at birth. Now, who's going to have that right answer? Day 1. Okay. Shani says day 1. Okay. Lois, I think that you're hearing us after we have moved past the question. So how do they say it now? Refresh your page so that you can meet us real time. Olasheni says at birth. Juana, we went to look for those questions. Esther says 1 month. Okay. Okay, at birth. Okay, different questions now. Different answers are coming in now. 1 month after birth. Okay, Olasheni says at birth. Esther says 1 month. Ours says 1 month. I'm going to help you with this because it's quite tricky, but listen to the correct answer because nobody got it. Nobody got it correctly. You were close, okay? you were close. If you said 1 month, stylishly. If you said at birth, stylishly. But this is the correct answer. You know, the question I asked is, at what age do babies start to have actual tears? So listen to the correct answer. Babies start crying at birth, but babies start having actual tears by 1 month of age. Okay, 1 month of age, that's when they begin to have actual tears. So if you say 1 month, you are correct. Clap for yourself. Somebody says that yes. Yes, they begin to have actual tears 1 month, 1 month of age, when they are 1 month of age. But they cry, at birth, they cry when they're giving birth to. Of course, that's how you know that your child is, here, definitely. But the actual tears begin to come at 1 month. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that session. It was nice, to be able to refresh our memories once again. I really, really did enjoy that session also. We've got more, but if we have time, maybe we'll come back again. But again, we need to work with time, and we need to ensure that we are prompt. We don't want to keep you too long here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we now want to come to announcing the winners. And those who are going to get our giveaways. Eddie Young, are you ready for that? Eddie Young is going to take over that session. And Eddie is also going to talk. She's also going to talk to us about what is going to happen after this event, after this session now that the book is been launched, what is the next thing? What are we looking out for after now? So over to you, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Mary. So I want to appreciate everyone for joining. So when we wanted to launch the book, we shared a registration link out, and we asked people to register to be among the people that would win a free copy of the book. And we had loads of registration. We have a list of people who did that. We also had some tags for them. They should repost on their pages, send proof.
Hi, Eddie.
And can you hear me?
Hi, Eddie, please. Yes, I can hear you. Just 1 minute. So I just quickly want to say that while you are doing this, I think that is also good that I announced that if anyone has questions, if you have any questions, relating to what I've been discussed today or relating to the book, you can please put it in the comment section. I'm going to read it out so that immediately we are done with this session, we can address the questions immediately. If there are no questions between now and then the end of this session, then I'll take it that we don't have questions. All right. So please go ahead, please.
Okay. Just before I go ahead, I wanted to buttress a bit on the question. So, Mojusola or Ibinabo, kindly share our email address in the chat group so that whoever cannot ask question here, because we might be running out. We've done more than we had planned to. This event was supposed to last for 1 hour, 45 minutes. We've done 2 hours already. In case we are not able to take the questions, the person can email us a question, and then we'll try as much as possible to give a response to the question. That said, I want to say thank you to everyone who participated in the giveaway promotional process that we had. And it was for people to register, share it with their community. And the first 200 that were to register were going to win a copy of the book. So we've collated all the people who registered. We have over, I think, 79 people who registered, and we sent in their email addresses, and we're going to be sending across the book to you. So congratulations to every one of you. The list is more than this, but this is the only one I'm sharing right now. So congratulations to Omolara, congratulations to Lois, congratulations to Awa, congratulations to Annabelle, Omobalanle, I can't really see so clearly, but congratulations to every one of you. Esther, I can see you, Uyeme, Ore, Victoria, and Yebia. These are people from all our communities of mothers, and we are so grateful that you guys have been so supportive of this journey to launching this book. The book launch still continues. Yes, we wanted to make it official that the book has been released. We'll start doing some promotional options that we would consider to sell the book so that the book gets across to as many mothers as possible. Our goal is to sell 10,000 copies. When I launched the Meal Plan book for African moms and babies, the goal was to sell 1,000, and we're able to sell 528 copies. Now, the goal for this is to sell 10,000. we've already in our mind, because we're giving it out, we've sold 200 so far, because we're supposed to have given it out to 200 mothers for free. So our goal is to sell 10,000 copies of this book, and we will need your help. We need your help in the community that we have created for you. I don't know if the mothers from that community have joined in for this event. We need your help because we're going to be engaging you on the community, and the community is supposed to be a safe space where you ask questions, and professionals on the community will answer questions relating to your mental health, your mother and child experience, your clinical challenges that you might be having, whether after birth, during pregnancy, and for your child. So the community is sort of like a mental health space that for you to vent, whether it's question and whether it's concerns surrounding your childbirth, concerns surrounding your child, concerns surrounding your family experience. You are to share those questions, and professionals in the group would answer the questions for you. So the community will serve as a safe space. It will also serve as a means through which you would be the first to get information about our promotions and the things that we are planning to do. So you are going to be the first hand person to hear. So please, this event is over, but it is not completely over until you have been able to find value and impact. That's why we decided to throw in the fireside sessions during this book launch. We'll also share this video of the recording of this session with you, just in case you were not able to attend. You will be able to watch and learn from the sessions that we've had here and the inspiration behind this book. And also, we'll be able to engage you on our upcoming activities that we would have. It could be a live activity. It could be activities closer to your community, closer to where you are. So let's say we have people in Kaduna, and we have a number of people in Kaduna who are in the community. We can plan physical events to, share a virtual live session. Sorry, to share a kind of a physical session where you can vent, because normally a safe space is supposed to be physical, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we brought it virtually, where people can, come together virtually and vent. So if we are able to get that, where a number of people are in Uyo, would plan a physical session where people can come together and vent and share their experiences. And also, we can even involve you currently in our other community, because we have an older community. You guys are new, so we have an older community. In our other community, we are planning to launch a book that contains the stories of mothers. So every story that a mother has, it could be any story whatsoever, because we all have unique stories. So we're planning to launch that book, and Ore has been handling that process. If you want to be a part of it, we'll share that information with you, and you will be able to join us in that process. So as time goes on, we're going to share more details with you on what to expect from us in terms of your motherhood journey, your child care journey, your parenting journey, and we'll also share with you resources every other time that will be beneficial for your pregnancy and your parenting journey. So this is what I have to say in terms of the announcement, and I want to say thank you. I think I can use this time to say the closing remarks. So thank you to Mary. Mary is a fabulous host. You guys can agree with me. Like, I literally felt like we're live. I literally felt like I was in front of you right now, Mary. You're a fabulous host, and my heart is full. I'm grateful that you handled this so well. I want to thank everyone from the community. I can see all of you, Esther. I can see you, Doc. I can see every one of you. You guys made this look seem easy. It's not that easy to give someone 2 hours of your time. I want to thank members. Yeah.
So before we go there, I just noticed a question just came in just about now. Yeah. So Dr. Happiness says that my baby is almost 7 weeks. Is it too late to place baby to sleep when he is drowsy instead of when he's already asleep? Will it still work?
Goodness, 7 weeks is the best time to do that, Doc. It is the bestest. You are lucky because you're still on track. That is the best time to try to, put your baby to sleep now, because 7 weeks, they're still about, say, a month plus, right? It would have been better if you started early, but you can still try it now. It's not too late. Try it and see how it works. And one thing I always like to say to mothers is, don't try something one time and say it doesn't work. Please don't do that. No, it's not acceptable. Don't mind me, I have energy anyways. But hey, don't try it once and say it doesn't work. I remember when I said to one of my clients, I said to her, if you're trying to introduce solids, you're not going to do it abruptly. You're going to do it one step at a time. And you're not going to offer your child, let's say you're offering your child Gary today and he doesn't collect, and tomorrow you say he did not collect, so you're not offering it again. Oh my God. So guys, I'm in school and my classmates came to support me. I'm so honored. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Anyways, so one of the things I say is don't do it one time and say it doesn't work. Try it again. Try it again. Anytime you remember, try it again. So yes, it's the perfect time for you to try. Okay.
Thank you. All right. So you can go ahead with the closing remark.
Yeah,
Thank you
so
so much.
I wanted to say thank you to everyone who worked towards this success. As in, my heart is full with joy. I've had people come back end to support the work, to say, you know what, I want to be a part of this. I want to make sure that I'm there all through. It's been such an honor to be the one to kind of lead this particular. It could have been any other person, obviously, because the Holy Spirit drops ideas in everybody's head, right? So you can get ideas from different from the Holy Spirit to different people. So I am honored to be the one to bring this to life and to have people align with me and buy into the vision to birth this. I am so grateful to my team. I know this afternoon we got into a fight because I don't understand what happened, but anyways, we were able to pull through and we brought this through. I thank Mojisola. I thank Binabo. Binabo is not feeling too well, but she still made sure that she did what she needed to do, and she joined in and she gave in her best. I want to thank John immensely. I'm grateful for the resilience that John has given. John's laptop. John is our graphic designer and our brand manager. One of the things that has happened to John in the last 3 months of us trying to bring this forward is that his laptop has crashed almost more than. John, please, can you let us know? It has crashed almost how many times? Almost more than 7-10 times. I think it's up to 10 times.
Too many times. Too many times.
Too many times. And you guys you have no idea the back and forth that we've had to go through, for us to get this through. And I'm grateful that I have a team that is resilient. They understand me. I'm grateful that they do understand me. I'm also grateful to Tochi. Tochi is the reason why we have been able to organize this event this way, because he came in and brought new ideas on how we can bring in, the fire chat session and different other things. And, it's easy for you to say, okay, I have something to do, but being able to, sit back and say, okay, you know what, bring your idea, let's work together to achieve it. And I'm grateful that Tochi was able to come in and I was able to buy into the idea, and here we are today. This has been a huge success, and I am grateful, literally grateful. To my mom, to my parents, to my dad, to all the people around me who have supported this. My mother sent me a message this morning and said to me, I know you're launching your book today. She's talking to you today on YouTube, obviously. I don't know why. But hey, she sent me a message that and said, I know you're launching your book today. Send me the account details to purchase. God bless you. Go forth and shine. That was the only thing I needed for this morning. I was up and running, even though I had so many other activities to do. So I'm grateful to everyone around me who supported the vision. And I'm also grateful that we are going to sell the goal of this book. Tochi has assured me that we're selling this book out and we are going to work towards that. Thank you everyone for joining in. God bless you. I hope you have an amazing evening. Mary, over to you.
Thank you so much, Eddie. Again, just as you were saying that a question came in, but I'm not sure that we can take it anymore. So maybe something. Okay. So if we can, yes, please. Chineye says that we are always careful about making noise around our child. Should we always be mindful of that? Do you think the noise disturbs them in any way? In 2 minutes, can you just respond to that?
The truth is, I know it is natural for us to feel like, oh, we're disturbing someone when the person is sleeping. It's natural. We want to tiptoe around when someone is sleeping. And the same thing happens with children. And most times, children, when they are sleeping, don't make noise, don't wake. Even me, I do it even without knowing. Like, I do it because I feel like it's a condition. You've been conditioned that way. Your mind has been conditioned towards that. But one of the things I always tell people, that's why like I said earlier, I said one of my favorite phrase is whatever happens at conception has the ability to last for forever. So one of the things that you should be able to come to terms with is that it is the pattern through which you use in raising your child that he will follow and that they will get used to. We're not saying that you should go and keep your child close to one mechanic when they are when they are knocking shoes, or you should go and play one very loud music. But saying don't tiptoe around. I know how me I literally have to be tiptoeing around. Like I know how when I put my neighbor's child to sleep, I'll be telling them if you push wake this child, I'll be very angry with you. Stop making noise. Stop making noise. You know, I'll be saying it by default. But you know the funny thing, the child will still be sleeping and we're still doing that stuff. So it's okay for them to get used to that so that they don't wait for so much because you can never always have 100% quiet zone. It could be, but not all the time. So when there is no quiet zone, good for them. When there is quiet zone, good for them. So it is okay, right? You don't have to bother about it. It's fine for you to not tiptoe. Cook the way you will cook, talk the way you will talk. Just let them get used to it. And for Chineye, you have the great opportunity to start that now. It's because it's a good time for you to start it now. So let your child get used to a little amount of noise so that they don't just wait for the whole place to be quiet. If not, they won't be able to sleep as well as and it will be a problem to you. So yes, someone is asking about lying down while breastfeeding. Mary, you there?
I'm going to check. I'm going to check and just bring it up.
What's your question, Awa?
Yeah, how about lying down while breastfeeding? Okay, maybe I think that's a question. Like maybe it's okay or something.
I don't really have like I never really reasoned that mothers should lie down, but especially at night, you actually would have the option of lying down while breastfeeding. I don't think it is a problem as long as your baby is placed in an upright position that doesn't allow them choke, right? As long as you know the technique of breastfeeding them while you're lying down, because I feel like when your baby's lying down, they might not be so comfortable. However, if you're able to determine that technique and keep them a little bit raised, it will help. It will help you breastfeed them without them choking or without you have feeling uncomfortable, and it can put you in a place of rest where you can easily get back to sleep. Right? I know that especially at night when your baby's awake and they want to be breastfed, you don't want to stand up because you're still sleepy, you're still drowsy, and so it's always best to. And that time, so the last thing on your mind is any breastfeeding connection. You don't even want anybody to look at you because that sleep within your mind. So yes, as long as you're able to create a technique that doesn't put the baby at risk or you at risk, then you're good. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I think with that we have exhausted all of the questions we have, and I think it's a beautiful time to now call it a day. And I'm going to say a very big thank you to everyone who's been a part of this. And most of you, have been here since we started. A lot of you even came even before we started. That's at 3 p.m. So thank you so much for staying, not just staying, for staying till the end, right? We do not take this for granted. We know that there other things you could be doing with your time, but you decided to stay here to support Eddie, to support her work, to be a part of everything that she is doing. We celebrate you and we appreciate you. Thank you so much. My name is Mary Okundimo, and hi, I'm honored to be your host today. Thank you so much for being such a cooperative about it. I'm honestly grateful. I mean, I was asking questions, you people were responding. I was saying do this, and you people were picking it up. I'm so grateful. I mean, it wouldn't have been easy without your cooperation. So thank you also to you all. Thank you. Please get this book for yourself, get for your mother, gift somebody, just be a part of another person's learning process. And I'm very sure, just like Eddie has said, there is so much that you have to learn in this book. Thank you so much. You're free to come back to watch this video because it's going to be on this YouTube channel. But until then, to have a nice day. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you. Let me play music for you people. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so let me end the broadcast now. I'm supposed to be dancing after an event. I don't know what happens after some event. People dance because it's virtual, so everybody's running away. Thank you everyone for joining. I have to end this now.